Hi everyone, this is 1 Year On. I'm Alison, and following on from episode 47, today's episode explores some reflections I've had when I've been working on the upcoming interview episodes. I've gotten more interview episodes lined up, and while they play out to be suitable for publishing, I want to provide you with some episodes that are funny, maybe a bit irreverent, and pensive. As I've been preparing for these interviews, I've been forced to think back again to my early recovery. It certainly brought back memories, not all of them good, not all of them bad. I was thinking about how my fingers didn't exactly work correctly in the early days. Not bad enough to need a physio with a therapist. Or maybe I could or should have consulted a physiotherapist, but you'll remember I did my own physio with the typing practice and overusing my mobile phone. Weird things would happen. I would want to open, say, Instagram to look at my favourite Aussie marsupial, the wombat, and I would actually open the heating app for the house, for example. That happened for quite a while, and even now, sometimes it still happens. I don't know if it's your brain not remembering where the apps are on your phone, or seeing the app symbol and not recognising what it is, or your brain not providing the right signals to your hand and fingers to move in the right way to open the app the way you want it to open. I don't know the technical term for all these things, but something definitely wasn't working correctly back then. I also had some weird speech things I did. I would start a sentence and get halfway down, and then stop when I was looking for the word, and then I would stumble a bit. I got quite adept at recovering from this, so it wasn't really obvious, except to my closest family and friends. Maybe it wasn't noticeable to people around me, I don't know, but I was very embarrassed because I could see it happening. It was like I was stepping outside myself and watching myself. It was very weird. I was very embarrassed by my brain and mouth not working properly, and even now I will say while looking for the word and then settle on couch or TV or whatever. I spent a lot of time really frustrated, more than I really should have. That frustration was what bolstered me though, to make progress and do my brain training apps and the therapies that my speechy and others suggested. It really was a do it once, do it 1,000 times kind of thing, to burn it into my brain and create the new neural pathways to forge that neuroplasticity. I'm truly fortunate now to be at a place where I am doing really well. The residuals of fatigue, which just are, and likely always will be, and some aphasia, which is less and less noticeable now. Although only yesterday I was talking to a colleague who had recently started cello, and I was telling him the instruments played in my family, and I wasn't able to remember the word saxophone, which was an instrument my sister taught herself to play. So I had to describe it to him. It's been a long time from when I had that happen badly, but it still does happen occasionally. Christmas was an interesting challenge. There was a new environment as we'd rented accommodation for the period that we were down in Melbourne, and exhaustion, fatigue, the noise and the hustle and bustle of unfamiliar shopping centres with throngs of people, meal prep, the emotions and stressors of Christmas Day. Let's be honest, it's never an easy time when there are people all together who don't usually spend much time together. We live interstate from my husband's family, and mine are overseas. I did as well as I could amidst it all. I had 2 new people to meet at Christmas lunch, partners of the youngsters, and of course said stupid things. Oh well, something has to give. I was preparing food and my brain was at capacity. Boxing Day was a zombie day, and I can't remember being able to do much at all. Just lay and vegetated. Sleep, I find, is the optimal thing for recovery for me. If I've had a particularly busy day, I'll be less capable the following day. If I've had a particularly noisy day, the next day will be a less capable one. I've been dealing with the extreme heat and fatigue as well, which has been a feature commonplace just now. Before the stroke, fatigue in the extreme heat, up to 42 Celsius, has been the norm. This is just worse now. Today I noticed that my legs felt very heavy when I was out for my walk, but it was already 25 and humid. And while it's a lot cooler than it's been for the last week, the humidity still beats me every time. And that's something that's improved a lot as I've started HRT, and with that, improved sleep has become the norm. I've found my thinking has improved, cognitive capability has increased, and not necessarily something I was looking for, but it has happened, and for that I'm very grateful. The improved sleep has made everything better. Better resilience, better mood, better ability to do exercise, better thinking, better speech, and cognitive processes. It's just a journey. And it's really interesting because when I think that I've reached the final stage of my improvement, time passes and then something else improves. So it's really weird. So even though it's nearly 2 years, things are still getting slowly better. I'm noticing things that I can do better, but there are still things that are very difficult to do. Very, very difficult. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back next time to continue the interview series.